Hawks fans, the entire future of our Atlanta Hawks hinges on this. If we're talking about going anywhere, if we're talking about being anything, it's going to start with a player who's looking for a payday and also a player who has gotten a payday. Welcome back to Hawks Digest, everyone. In this particular video, it is surrounded around some comments that was said by an NBA insider, some things that we kind of knew, but it actually put some perspective on the whole thing. And this, like I said, it hinges, the future for the Atlanta Hawks hinges on these guys, on this particular situation. I'm going to get into it again. Welcome back to Hawks Digest. Take off your shoes, leave on your socks. Quick major report because some things were said. We got to get into it. Before I do, let me give you your. Thank you to everyone who chooses us for making us one of your first listens when you need that Atlanta Hawks content. We thank you. And if you're not subscribed to Hawks Digest, please, by all means, come on over to the Atlanta Hawks Digest media family. We love to have you over here because over here, we cover everything big. So, all right, guys, this is surrounded around our guy, Jalen Johnson, right now. Jalen Johnson is a guy that we need this season. It's what goes without saying. We know what he was going through last year, but Jalen Johnson, the 6'9", 220-pounder, former first-round pick back in the 2021 draft for our Atlanta Hawks, pick 20th overall. He's been in the league for 4 years now. So now he's played 184 total games, and I believe at least about 157, 160, somewhere in that area, have been played with Trae Young. But what this insider just said puts perspective on things. Let me get into it for you guys. I got you right here. Mark Stein. This is Mark Stein, NBA insider, and this is what he had to say about Trae Young and also Jalen Johnson. I'm told that the Hawks are eager to see more of Young alongside versatile swingman Jalen Johnson, who last limited to 36 games last season before suffering a season-ending shoulder injury, as they make determinations about the big picture. Well, their big picture. Again, this is coming from Mark Stein, NBA insider. You know, him and Jeff Fisher, they're a great job together. And that is what he is saying about Jalen Johnson. And it's obvious, right? That is completely obvious. It is also said that because of that, that's the reason why Trae Young, and that's the reason why the Atlanta Hawks are kind of going to, part ways right now. Not as in parting ways as in getting off the team. What I'm saying is they're going to kind of move away from talking about extensions right now. Let's get into what happens during the season. I believe if Trae Young is able to orchestrate this offense, continue to be a leader, continue to be a difference maker, get some accolades, etc., it's going to bode well for him in the long run. So, but it's going to start with Jalen Johnson as well, seeing those two guys together. What was it like before we lost Jalen Johnson last year? Well, that's easy. Jalen Johnson was averaging nearly 19 points per game, already getting 10 rebounds per game. Still give you that versatility, give you 5 assists because he is that point forward role. Having that athletic ability to still be able to get blocks, still be able to get steals, a few turnovers, yeah, nearly 3 turnovers, but that's also because he's getting used to that usage. He's a tall guy, again, 6'9", but also like that point forward position. 31% from 3. You do want to see that go up a little bit more because a lot of people will say JJ can't shoot. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people say that. But you see that field goal percentage, 50% from the field, and that possibly can go up. That's what the Atlanta Hawks lost when Jalen Johnson went down with that injury. And we're looking, especially after him receiving that contract, 5 years, 150, he's been paid. That kicks in this year. He will be getting paid $30 million a season starting this year. So we need $30 million worth of health. Not trying to be funny or anything, just being real. We need Jalen Johnson to remain healthy to give us similar numbers or even better than that because, again, it's going to hinge on the cohesion between Jalen Johnson and Trae Young. But Jalen Johnson has not just been slouching. We know that last season he was working out with LeBron James, trying to get his body together, trying to get his skills together. And just recently, 2 days ago, you seen Jalen Johnson, the Atlanta Hawks, they posted. We've seen it posted in many different places. Iron sharpening iron. Jalen Johnson is working out currently with LeBron James yet again, trying to get that game together. And again, just like Mark Stein said, and I'll go back to it one more time for you guys. The Hawks want to see, they're eager to see more of Jalen Johnson and Trae Young together. So you can expect, guys, for Jalen Johnson, as long as he's healthy, and Trae Young, as long as he's healthy, to be that dynamic duo. Expect to see these two guys together more often than not. And we need that as Hawks fans because, again, I believe if Jalen Johnson doesn't go down, now I know it's only one player. I get that. But I do believe that he was definitely a important cog that we was missing from that season last year. It also may be a reason why Landry Fields is not here as well because I think he did put a lot of his eggs in the basket of Jalen Johnson and Trae Young working out last year. But when he went down, everything just went into the crapper. So now we're trying to get everything back on point, and it's going to start with these two gentlemen, Trae Young and Jalen Johnson. And as it should, because we know that Trae Young is the head of the snake. We know that he is our leader. We know that he's getting more comfortable into that role, showing that as well. But make no mistake about it, even with all the moves made, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Luke Kennard, Kristaps Porzingis, Caleb Houston, signing guys to two ways, bringing guys, on the deal on the team for deals, signing guys to contracts, regardless of all the moves that we've made. Make no mistake about it, Jalen Johnson is still considered the number 2 on this team. Now we'll see what our guy Zaccharie Risacher has to say about that this year, because I do believe he's going to take a step forward as well. But on paper and right now, with leadership, veteran experience, and just all around totality of the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, Jalen Johnson. So it's going to be surrounded around these two. What can we get from Jalen Johnson? What can we expect, Hawks fans? What can we expect from the dynamic duo of Trae Young and Jalen Johnson? Can these two guys, for one, stay healthy? Can these two guys lead this charge on the offense? Trae Young being the point guard, JJ being a point forward, but also just being a difference maker on both ends of the floor. Can he do it? I believe so. And I believe both guys can do it. I have optimism as a Hawks fan. But let me know what you guys think. I always want to hear from you. Please give it to me in the comments about how you feel about Jalen Johnson being an important piece like we already knew, but hearing it from other people around the league, like a Mark Stein, like a Jeff Fisher, like a Jake Fisher. Sorry, I always call him Jeff. Sorry, Jake. I called him Jake in his face, and I mean Jeff in his face too. It was crazy. But either way it goes, no disrespect. The only thing that I want to disrespect is the league, the NBA, with the Atlanta Hawks and all the moves that they've made, starting with Trae Young and Jalen Johnson. So guys, again, quick update, but it definitely was a major update. We have to have Jalen Johnson and everything that he provided. Get me back to this. Get me back to this Jalen Johnson. A healthy Jalen Johnson who is improving his game, that three-point percentage going up, them turnovers going down along with the fouls, but in everything else at least staying the same or going up a little bit more. That's what we need from Jalen Johnson. That's what I believe we can possibly get from Jalen Johnson. keep the faith and let's stay ready because the season is getting closer. We're getting closer to training camp. This opening regular season is coming in October. Get ready, Hawks fans. It's about to start getting busy. So let's go ahead and get ready. Peace and blessings to you all. And I'll holler.